In the last 100 years, the global temperature has gone up by around 0.75 degrees Celsius. This may not sound much, but such a small increase is causing sea levels to rise and threatening the habitat of many species of plants and animals. An increase of 2 degrees Celsius in global temperatures could result in extinction for 30% of the world's land species. The Northwest Passage is a sea route which runs along the northern coast of Canada between the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans. In the past, it was often difficult to use as the waters were frozen. However, increasing temperatures and the subsequent deglaciation have made it easier to travel down this route. The major issue is that this will lead to loss of habitat for the polar bears and other species that live in this area. Sea levels in the UK have increased by around 10 centimetres in the last 100 years, and experts predict that global sea levels could rise by up to 59 centimetres by the end of the century. Consequently, areas which were land a few hundred years ago are now submerged, and many low-lying islands may be underwater in the future. As a result of the changing climate, the world's ecosystems are also changing faster than ever before. Over 1/3 of the world's mangrove forests and around 20% of the world's coral reefs have been destroyed in the last few decades. Forests are being cut down to provide land for food because the population is growing at such a rapid rate. Approximately a quarter of land on Earth is now used agriculturally for growing food. As a result of the higher temperatures and higher levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, plants are producing more pollen, which could lead to more cases of asthma. So what is causing climate change? The main cause of climate change is the huge amount of greenhouse gases, such as methane and carbon dioxide, CO2, in the atmosphere. But the reason for this is the world's population, you and me. As the population increases, more land is needed to provide food, and more energy is needed. Burning fossil fuels for heating, lighting, transport, electricity or manufacturing produces CO2. Furthermore, humans breathe out CO2, and trees breathe in CO2 and produce oxygen. So by cutting down trees, we are increasing the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere and reducing the amount of oxygen. As a result of these activities, CO2 levels are now at their highest for 800,000 years. The biggest challenge we all face is to prevent further environmental disasters. We must do something before it is too late. We need to reduce the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. We need to stop burning fossil fuels and start using renewable energy. We can get enough energy from renewable fuels like solar energy, hydroelectric energy or wind power to be able to stop using fossil fuels completely.